At least that's what I've seen through it. Yeah, I think it's very good. So let's just go and tell them. I mean, that's the best way to do it, is just tell them. So we're looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be very. I think it's going to be interesting. I think so. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Good evening. I'm glad that you could take a few minutes of your time and join me. I have some very important wealth information, money information that I'd like to share with you. I'm only going to take about 15, 20 minutes at the most, but I had some good news I wanted to share with you. Be sure that you watch that special directed, customized video that we have. There's Terry Bunton, by the way. We have so many that's coming on. Debbie Booth, our information, our social media director for many, many years. I wanted to share some things with you very, very quickly here. Jay Brown is with us. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Everybody's saying hello to Debbie. Real quick, if you can, get somebody to join us on this broadcast. There's Ruthie. I want to give you a really important nugget that deals with how that you can change your financial life. There's Charlie, Mary Albert. And by the way, Mary Albert has a great testimony on her brother. Mary Albert, congratulations on your brother who is doing so well with his treatment and by God touching him. We know that we prayed for him, and I'll tell you, he just is doing great. Thank you for that nice email that you sent today. We have Pam Gaddis, we have Charlie Austin, we have Pastor Matthews, I think it is there. And so we're just excited that you could be with us. I hope that you would invite somebody real quick and ask them to come on to this broadcast. Something very special, Sarah. There's Terry Button, and we're so glad that Terry is here tonight. There's Jonathan. There's Dank in Los Angeles. Wow, laugh out loud. Okay. We're glad that you guys are with us here. If you can take a few minutes there and just ask somebody. I'd like for you to note something that happened to one of our very good proteges. I know one thing. He's been working very, very hard to become established in what he's trying to accomplish. He's trying to make it to millionaire status. And I want you to understand that the process of you advancing to millionaire status is not beyond your reach. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have something that you want to accomplish in life, then I want to tell you that I am interested in your dream. I'm interested in your future. I want you to be successful in what you're trying to accomplish. And I've always said this: if you can dream it, you can do it. I wish somebody would take a minute and put a hashtag on the screen. I don't know if you can get all that on or not, but if you can dream it, then you can do it. I was just at a resort called the Dream More Resort. And everywhere that you went in that resort, they had things about dream big, dream large, dream now, dream more, all kind of things. And the thing that was so interesting to me is that in order for you to really be successful, there we go, we got somebody there. Belinda, hey Belinda. Oh man, Belinda's with us tonight. Belinda, I think you got it all on there. Thank you very much. Jenny Lee, hi Jenny, good to see you this evening. Good to be with you guys for just a few minutes. But what's important about this is that you have to have confidence in yourself. There's Rose coming on with us. Thank you, Rose. You have to have confidence in yourself. So number one, you need to make a note there that no matter what you're doing, if you dream it, you have to have confidence in yourself. That is number one. Number two, it's very important that you put your priorities in order. You have to get your priorities in order. And I'm just going to give you 4 things here. So number one is you have to have confidence in yourself. Number two, you have to get your priorities in order. Number 3, you have to think positive thoughts about your dream. Hold your dream close to you. Don't let anybody steal your dream. Don't let dream killers, don't let dream stealers into your life, because it seems like that all that they want to do is to steal your dream or kill your dream. And we know that God gave you a dream, so you shouldn't let anybody take it from you, which means that you should guard it with everything that you have. It's important that you understand that these are things that will allow you to move into the different areas of your life. Now, what I wanted to give you here, the last one, is I wanted to tell you is that you have to think real. Now, this has been one of the biggest challenges that we've had with some of our proteges, there's Ann Canario, is that they want to think way up into the billions when they haven't even made it to 1 million yet. So you know that you can't get to the land of Canaan if you're still stuck in the land of Egypt. You have to get to the land of even before you can get to the land of Canaan. That's just really common sense. Now, here's what I want to share with you. I want you to know that if your desire is to truly become an entrepreneur, a CEO, become successful, become a millionaire, you need to understand that right here written, it says that these collections of thoughts that you have are nothing but a collection of your dreams, and you're to put the strategies, the ideals, and the insights to them to make them work. Now, I just believe that all of you have the potential of being a CEO, being the chief executive officer of your own corporation or your own business or your private foundation or your nonprofit foundation. I pray that you're able to get with us December 6th and 7th in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the ICCM World Renowned Theater. It's going to be incredible, and you need to be there. If you want to take a look at that, just go to iccmworldwide.org. Look at it. Very important dates coming up. In order to achieve this potential that's inside of you, you need a coach. You need a mentor. Hi, Ethel. Ethel's coming on. You need a mentor. You need a coach. You need someone that can share with you what they know. Now, listen to this very carefully. Many of you have heard me say this before, and I'd like to say it again so that it would really resonate in your thinking, your thoughts, your spirit, and so forth. You understand that when you select a coach, which many of you have selected me as your wealth coach, and I'm thankful because I want to see you successful. I want to see your dream come into existence, remain, and I want it to be strong. You need to have a coach that knows what they're doing, and you need to have a coach that is not on the poverty side or the broke side. And I say that respectfully. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but I'm saying that because you need to have a coach. Somebody put down #coach. Somebody put on the screen, if you can, so I can see it, #coach. Somebody put on the screen #mentor. There we go. Thank you so much for doing that. You're so beautiful tonight. Thank you so much. #mentor. Now, your coach and mentor is someone that's got to see beyond what you see. He can't see. I can't see just where you are seeing. I have to see way out in the future about how you can be successful. I have to see you successful. You know what? I'll tell you something right now. One of the best things that could ever take place in your life is to have a wealth coach, to have a mentor, somebody that really cares about you, wants to see you successful, wealthy, happy, healthy. Man told me the other day, he said, money just makes life easier. Money just makes life easier. I had a lady today tell me, she says that all the church has become to nowadays is just about money. Well, it's not about money. It's about the fact that most people that are trying to get to millionaire status are very generous people. They're not stingy people. They're not cheap people. They're not people that always want to find fault in everything that someone else is doing. I want to encourage you for just a minute. Before you start finding fault with everybody, why don't you try to examine yourself? And I want to encourage you, stay focused on what you are doing. Don't get your nose stuck in somebody else's business when it's going to cost you time on your business. Don't worry so much about what others are doing if it takes time away from what you're supposed to be doing. See, your dream is so important to you. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. That's a good word, Anna. Stay focused. It's an opportunity of a lifetime for you to be financially independent. I just asked you a question this evening before I go. How many of you would really like to be financially independent, where that you wouldn't have to do or be required to do or work somewhere that you don't want to work? Wouldn't it be nice to be financially independent? Not because you're wanting to stay on a beach 24 hours a day. You guys, I know you wouldn't even want to do that. You have so much drive and so much energy. If you had $1 million or $5 million, you would still be working on another project. Remember, you want to have different revenue streams, And I think that that's important, don't you, that we have different revenue streams. By the way, I don't know if you saw it today, but Debbie Booth has sent President Donald J. Trump an invitation to become a part of webtalk.co. I mean, when we got the news back, in fact, we just did a special release bulletin on that on Twitter. But if the president accepts the invitation, I don't know if you remember, how many of you remember that the president said that he was looking for a new social media platform? He says that Twitter, Facebook, and these guys, which are great companies, but they do have requirements of what you can post and what you can't post. If you post something that's against their belief system or their standards, they're going to pull you down. So I want to encourage you that if you are not in webtalk.co, you need to come in under me, or you can come in under Debbie Booth. We work it together. So Debbie Booth will send you an invitation. Now, the only way you can come in is by and through an invitation. And it's getting real close to the release number. Now, what is the release number? The release number is 1 million. When it hits 1 million, then everybody that comes in after 1 million will only receive 10% of the profits instead of 50% on the first million. Now, I'm in it for mainly one reason, and that is that I want to be able to post what I believe to my followers, my friends, anytime, any place that I want to. These are your followers on Facebook. You should be able to talk to them, share your personal beliefs the way that you want to share them. The same thing with Twitter. Fine company, but you should be able to share the people that follow you on Twitter what you believe. Does everybody agree with that? I mean, we do have freedom of speech still left, believe it or not. Barely, but it's still left. And they want to censor everybody if you don't agree with what they believe. I just think that's wrong. And so therefore, I like webtalk.co. R.J. Gorwatsky is the president and CEO. Debbie Booth has only 3 or 4 down under him, and they're doing a great, great job. And he believes that everybody should be able to speak their mind. Now, he's not going to allow profanity and vulgar and pictures on there that's not right, but he is going to allow you to speak your mind. So I believe that what you should do is to really ask Debbie Booth for a invitation, and then you just click on the link, and then you're there. Now, you still have to do your profile page. Somebody said the other day they posted a lot of critical things about webtalk.co. There's just one person that posted a lot of things. Do you know that you have to do exactly the same thing on webtalk.co as you did on Facebook or Twitter? The only difference is now Facebook is requiring that you give them a copy of your driver's license. So webtalk.co is right at the top. It's going to be, it's still in beta testing, by the way. They're still adding things. You're going to be able to do videos. Hey, here's the good news. Listen, did you know that you have one part of your page in webtalk.co that will be business and one part that will be personal, which means that if you don't want your business associates seeing your personal pictures of your family and your children and so forth, it remains on the personal side where only your personal people can see it. So it's really, really a great, great option. Many of you have signed up for webtalk.co. I would recommend that you really sign up and get as many of your friends in now, because if the President of the United States happens, and you know him, he can be, sometimes he just, even if the staff tells him not to, he would blow, I mean, I'm just thinking that he would blow webtalk.co all to pieces. So the point is, if you come in now, and then the president accepts the invitation from Debbie Booth, it is going to be big. So I want to encourage you. I don't know why that Dr. Murdoch is not in it, because he's such a popular figure across the nation. Many of the guys, you should be in webtalk.co, and you should get in now. You can make a profit. But the reason I like it is not just necessarily because of the profit. I like it because you can state your viewpoints, state your opinion. You can talk about what you believe, what you don't believe, without somebody pulling your site down. So I just wanted to encourage you with that, and I wanted to give you this little information tonight about some money talks and some wealth tips tonight. And I think that these things you have. Number one was what? Tell me what number one. But let me see if you remember. Number one was what? Somebody type it on the screen real quick. Number one was what? You have to have what? Confidence in what you're doing. You have to have confidence. Now, Debbie just put up join now while you can still make up to 50% of the revenue. So number one there, John. Hey, John, good to see you. Number one is confidence. Number two is what? Let me see if you've got this down. Number two is what? Number two was what? Anybody know what number two was? I hope that you took these down. I didn't just do this just to waste my time. I did this because I wanted you to think about these little things. There's just 4 of them. Number two, nobody knows what number 2 was. Wow, that's interesting. Well, anyway, you've got to make sure that you have confidence. You have to make sure that you have a dream that's going to be your dream, that you can follow and that you can make sure that's going to happen. Number 3, you have to make sure that you stay focused on what you're doing. I said, don't put your nose in everybody else's business when it's taken away from your business. Don't take your nose and put it in somebody else's. We have somebody that just criticizes everything that I do. This person is notorious for criticizing everything. There we go, Debbie Booth. Stay focused. Thank you. So it's important for you to understand that you shouldn't just have all the time in the world to sit around and criticize other people when you need to be working on your dream, because every dream is obtainable. Ladies and gentlemen, please hear my heart. There's not any dream that you can dream that's unobtainable. Every dream that you have is obtainable. And then I told you this, if you can dream it, then you can do it. If you can just dream it. I want to encourage you on 2 things quickly. 1, will you dream more for me? Dream more, because I want to be in your dream. I want to be a part of your dream. I want to help you accomplish your dream. I want to do it. So I want you to make sure that you dream more. Can somebody put that up? Dream. Mary Albert's already got it. Mary, she's on the ball down. John is too. John, thanks. Dream more. Dream more. You need to dream more. And then I want you to always make sure that you have positive thoughts about your dreams. I told you to protect your dream. Don't let dream killers get in there and destroy the dream, because if they can destroy the dream, they can destroy what you're trying to do. So I just wanted to bring these little things to you. Now, don't forget about the spiritual conference is coming up December 6th and 7th in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We only have about 12 seats still open. So if you're interested, then I would strongly recommend that you get signed up and come be with me on December 6th and 7th in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's going to be a great conference with 8 speakers. And we're limiting the conference because we just don't want a whole lot of people. We want, by the way, we're going to have an open round table for discussion. You can ask any question that you want to. I mean, it is going to be an incredible conference. It's only $25, but that includes your lunch and your spiritual warfare manual. Dr. Ron Phillips is going to be with us. Dr. John Evans. Do you know one of the biggest warfares that people are fighting is a lack of money? People are fighting a warfare on a lack of money, and lack of money will cause you to do some things that you can't even believe that you did or would do. So I want to encourage you tonight that if you can possibly be with us for this all-important conference. Someone said, can I bring my young people at 14 and 15? Sure, they need to hear it. They need to hear about this. Don't try to shelter them from everything in the world. They need to know how to fight these things in school, what to do when they get to college and things are happening that they don't understand. They need to know what to do. Also, we've had many of you to ask about your ministerial credentials. I don't know if you know it or not, but there's a real change that's getting ready to take place. And you should see that with what's taking place with the Democrats, what they're doing, some of the things they're doing. I don't want to really politicize anything, but I can tell you now that they're after taking away your ministerial credentials. And if you're not with a credible organization, you're not going to be recognized as a minister of the gospel for tax purposes and government purposes. You will be recognized as a minister of the gospel for God's purposes. Roma Hamby's just coming on, really important person to me. Thanks, Roma. So I wanted to just encourage you, you need to get your ministerial credentials now. You can do that by just going to iccmworldwide.org. It's great. We're the only one recognized worldwide, by the way. These ministerial credentials, you say, well, I've already got ministerial credentials. Well, are they recognized by the government? Just because the company or the organization that ordained you gave you ministerial credentials, you know, you can go down to Kinko and print ministerial credentials. So I want to just encourage you to make sure you keep your ministerial credentials up and current. And I want to make sure if you don't have your ministerial credentials that you get them and get them now. You can go to iccmworldwide.org. And we're excited about what's taking place. Thank you for joining me on this short broadcast tonight, but I wanted to bring these things to you. Be sure that you go send Debbie Booth a note on webco.com, and you can just do that by sending it to debbiebooth@hotmail.com, and she'll send you an invitation immediately. I mean, she is right on it, so she'll send it right back to you. I want to thank you very much for joining me. Remember this, if you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can do it. I believe in you. I know that you're the best of the best. Get a great night's rest tonight, and let's make sure that we have a productive day tomorrow, okay? Be watching. By the way, keep your eye. And by the way, be praying. Be praying that the president accepts that invitation, because if he does, all of you that's under me and Debbie, you are going to be very, very wealthy and very high up in webtalk.co. So just send your request if you want. There's no money, there's no charge. It's free of charge. It's not about money, but it is about you being a part of webtalk.co. It's great. We've checked it out. Forget what others are saying about it, because we've checked it out. You do the same thing with them as you do with Facebook. You do the same thing with them as you do with Twitter or LinkedIn. It's the same thing, except it's a platform that won't censor you. Be a part of it before it's too late. All I can do is bring you the information. I hope you have a great evening, by the way. I believe that you can be a millionaire. And remember, if you can dream it, you can do it, you can have it. And I believe that all of you are going to be a great success. Good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.